Okay, third row.
I'm sure you've answered this already, but can you contextualize what the last 72 hours have been like for you and your ball club and the travel and the uncertainties?
The story of our season. You know, I don't think that was the first time we went through what we went through. We had some tough road trips, scheduling wise. You know, West Coast, back in for one game, back out for the West Coast. Couple of tough losses throughout the year, few actually, and their ability to bounce back. You know, get hit in the face and find a way to get back and get it done. And we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but here we are. So crazy roller coaster. But I'm just proud of the guys that we were able to get it done after that game one yesterday, and now here we are when nobody expected us to be in this position. So.
Second row to the right.
Max making the postseason roster, guys, and pitching the majors in a couple of years. Just what made y'all decide to put him on there and just?
Who's this?
Max. From second game.
Oh, Kranich?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta give him credit. Proud of him. Because it wasn't easy for him. You know, he was dealing with injuries at the beginning of the year. Then we put him in the bullpen, and the velo went up. And the reports that we were getting, it was how well he was throwing the baseball. And you know, we had a decision, 3-game set. McGill wasn't going to be available, so we needed that length out of the bullpen, guy that can give you multiple, but also has some quality pitches. So you got to give him credit, and that goes to show you that it's baseball, you know, and the rosters continue to evolve throughout the year, and now here we are in the playoff. And we added a guy that hasn't thrown a pitch for us the whole year. So credit to player development and to him, and I'm excited to have him on the roster today.
We'll go third row to the right, Tyler.
Every team, every opponent has its own challenges, strengths and weaknesses. What is it about the Brewers that makes them a challenge?
Yeah, I think everybody in baseball knows who they are. They're going to be aggressive. You know, the way they run the bases, how well they play defense, and not to mention how good their bullpen is. There's a reason why they had that record and the way they won that division. They're a really good team. They're deep. They're versatile. They're athletic. So they got guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but they create traffic. They make things happen. Pretty talented group, and you know, they're managed by a really good manager.
Front row, Howie.
Carlos, you've been in postseasons before where there have been quick turnarounds like you have today. How does adrenaline offset fatigue? Is there any kind of a process there, other than drinking a lot of coffee or whatever, or is it just sort of natural that the ebbs and flows of postseason baseball take over?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. You know this is postseason, and once you take the field and the crowd and the atmosphere, you're gonna feed off that. You know, you probably feel it after a game, like yesterday's case. You know, you got done after the crazy game one, and you go through a celebration after game two, 18 innings later, and then you probably feeling it on the way here. But once you get up this morning, it's go time. You know, and like I said, you know, it's gonna take a little bit here for these guys to get going early in the afternoon. But once the first pitch is thrown, they'll be ready. I mean, atmosphere will tell you so.
Fourth row to the right, Dave.
Carlos, you guys spend so much focus, energy, extra travel just to get into the playoffs. Is there any type of just moment to sit down and think and recalibrate for the playoffs? Or as like Nimmo said yesterday, it's just what we've done all year. We fly to a different city, go to sleep, get up and play a game. Is that the kind of mindset you guys just want to continue to have? That it's just kind of the same grind you guys have been doing the whole time?
Why change? You know, we've been doing it the whole year, you know. Man, I mean, talking about traveling, we went to London. That seems like I was last year. So yeah, I mean, and not only that, but just our ability to get back up, especially after losing some tough games, and whether it's traveling, and the biggest thing is we can use this as an excuse. You know, every team will go through it. Every team will face adversity, whether it's injuries, whether it's traveling, whether it's whatever the case might be. We had everything, and here we are. So I'm just proud, and we won't change.
Third row to the right.
Hey Carlos, we just spent a lot of time talking about Mets history in Atlanta that you overcame. Recently, Mets have not had a good record in this ballpark. What is it about that, and is that something that you talk to them at all about?
Not at all, not at all. It's baseball, you know, and anything can happen, especially on a 3-game series. I mean, that's one thing we've done the whole year is blocking the noise, you know, and there's a lot of noise, especially in New York, you know, and that's what makes this team such a really good team, and, you know, our ability to stick together and not paying attention to what's outside of our building. And whether it was Atlanta, whether it's here, we gotta go out there and we gotta play baseball. We have to execute, we have to play well, and the rest, it will take care of itself. So, not putting too much into it, we just gotta go out there and do it.
Staying to the far right, one row back.
Just given how aggressive they've been on the base paths, was there much thought into putting Friends over Alvarez, or what was the thought there?
Alvarez is our guy, you know. Luis done a hell of a job, you know, but Alvarez is our guy. In order for us to get to where we're gonna get, we need both of them. So, no, not at all.
Back to Howie.
Carlos, because of what it's taken for you to get here, between the expectations of the beginning of the season and the rocky road that it's been to get to this point, people outside New York might look at the Mets and say they're playing with house money now. Is that anything that you feel you need to address with the players, that they perhaps even talked about amongst themselves, that there's no such thing as house money, as opposed to, you know, just thinking, well, they're lucky to be here and roll the dice?
No, I don't feel there's a need to talk to the team. We know what's at stake. You know, we earn it, we deserve it, we're good, and we're gonna go out there and compete. You know, whatever happens, happens. That's been our mindset the whole year, you know. We know we're good, but we also know they're good too. But we gotta go in between the lines and see what happens. Guys are ready to go. They've been ready to go. See what happens.
Anything else for Carlos? All right, we'll let him go. Thank you.